Destination, Verdus. Captain Sam Shade squinted at the navigation console. His weathered face, etched with years of space travel, held a look of quiet determination. Beside him, his first officer, James Kidd, adjusted his spectacles.
Verdus. Never thought I'd see the day.
Verdus was a myth, a legend whispered among spacefarers. A planet said to hold the secret to ultimate energy. It had lured explorers for generations. Now, aboard the most advanced starship ever built, Sam and James were on the cusp of making history. Their mission to reach Verdus and unlock its secrets. The weight of the mission rested heavily on Sam's shoulders. He had spent his life preparing for this moment, pushing the boundaries of human exploration. James, his trusted friend and colleague, shared his passion. Together, they would face the unknown and etch their names in the annals of space exploration. The Starship Odyssey was a marvel of engineering, a testament to human ingenuity. Its sleek silver hull housed a labyrinth of cutting-edge technology, each component meticulously crafted for this daring mission. But the true heart of the Odyssey, its most prized possession, was the experimental warp drive. This revolutionary engine promised to propel the Odyssey across unimaginable distances, bending the very fabric of space-time. The warp drive held the key to unlocking faster-than-light travel, making interstellar voyages not just possible, but practical. It was a gamble, a leap of faith into the unknown, but one that Sam and James were willing to take. The risks were enormous. The equations were complex, the technology untested on such a large scale. Failure could be catastrophic, but success would redefine humanity's place in the cosmos. It was a risk they had to take. The moment of truth arrived. Sam gave the order, his voice steady despite the pounding of his heart.
Engage warp drive.
The Odyssey shuddered as the experimental engine roared to life. A blinding flash of light engulfed the ship. Then, silence. When Sam opened his eyes, he was met with James's bewildered gaze.
Did it work?
James stammered, his voice trembling slightly. Sam glanced at the chronometer. A knot of dread tightened in his gut.
It worked, but something's wrong. We've lost 30 years.
Panic welled up inside him. 30 years, their families, their friends, everyone they knew would be gone. He looked at James, his mind racing. What had the warp drive done? And more importantly, how could they get back? Panic turned to utter confusion as they examined themselves. Sam, his reflection in the mirror no longer that of a seasoned captain, stared in disbelief. The warp drive had reversed his age, transforming him into a man in his prime. Gone were the wrinkles and weary eyes, replaced by youthful vigor and a head of thick dark hair. But the true shock lay with James. The warp drive's effect on him was far more dramatic. James, once a distinguished officer with graying hair and a neatly trimmed beard, was now a baby. A baby, yes, but with one striking anomaly. He could still talk.
Good heavens, Sam! I seem to be experiencing a rather peculiar regression.
Sam could only stare, torn between amusement and sheer terror. How could a baby be so eloquent? The Odyssey, guided by the now younger Sam and the very vocal baby James, finally touched down on Verdus. They were met with a sight that sent chills down their spines. A vast crowd had gathered, their faces a mixture of awe and anticipation. Banners fluttered in the breeze, proclaiming them heroes, saviors, legends returned. Sam's heart sank. 30 years. 30 years these people had waited, their hopes pinned on the return of the Odyssey. And who were they to greet them? A rejuvenated captain and a talking infant. Sam cautiously stepped out, his hand resting on the levitating cradle holding baby James. A hush fell over the crowd. The silence was deafening. Then a collective gasp rippled through the assembled masses as they laid eyes upon their heroes. News of their arrival spread like wildfire. The world was captivated by the tale of the Odyssey, the rejuvenated captain, and the most extraordinary baby the galaxy had ever seen. James, with his eloquent pronouncements and surprisingly insightful commentary on interstellar politics, became an overnight sensation. During a live interview with baby James perched on the President of Earth's lap, a reporter asked,
Mr. President, how does it feel to be holding the most famous baby in the galaxy?
The president chuckled.
Well, he's certainly the most well-spoken. And look, he's got your eyes, Sam.
The world laughed. In the face of the extraordinary, the impossible, humor had become a coping mechanism, a way to embrace the unknown. And so James, the baby who had once been a seasoned spacefarer, found a new mission. He would use his unique perspective, his unintended youthfulness, to bridge the gap between the stars and remind humanity of the wonder that lay beyond the bounds of their world.